Y'all already know what it is. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life, and we're back. And you know they're gonna hate. Been dealing with hate my whole life, man. There's nothing you can do to get away from it. When you're doing your thing, you shine on people, and you're just good at what you do, people are gonna hate. When you acquire things that others don't have, or they can't acquire, for whatever reason, people are gonna hate. In my experience, it's usually they don't acquire or they don't get it because they don't have the same drive as you. Don't have the same hunger as you. They don't have the same hustle as you. They don't have that ambition. Me, I've always been one to go get it. When I was locked up, before I was locked up, and especially since I've been home. They're going to hate in the streets. They're going to hate in prison. They're going to hate in general. Y'all know I done lived it. Y'all know I done seen it. So let's relive it. Now with me, I love to see people win, man. I love it. I love to see all people win, all good people win. You know what I mean? Especially if you come from nothing, you've been through the struggle, you grew up poor, and it puts a big smile on my face when I see somebody that came from something like that winning in life, doing good in life. When I see somebody that grew up without a dad going to be a good dad, that makes me smile. When I see guys that, you know, grew up in the oodles and noodles and chicken pot pies, buying steaks and filling up the freezer and getting nice houses and cars, that makes me smile. That ain't everybody. Y'all already know that. And real quick, before we go any further, with me backing off the comments for a section with the trolls, that wasn't because I ain't want to comment. That was to give y'all a chance to show them how powerful we are, how far we've come, that we're not going to stand for it. I laugh at them because at the end of the day, if you're focused on me, you're not focused on you. I'm not losing sleep over none of these dudes and nothing they got going on. If what they're doing is not helping me make a change in my life or make a change in other people's lives, it don't matter. It's neither here nor there. I'm not part of the circus, you know what I mean? But even prior, like I said, to going to prison, going to jail, the hate was there. So we're going to jump into some of this hate in the streets and in the prisons. So I told y'all in 99, I was 19 at the time. I got locked up in Philly on a robbery charge. I had a pile of charges. I think it was like 7, 8 charges that I had, and then they threw some out. But I initially had this long list of charges from where I got jammed up that night, right, during this robbery. Stupid decisions. Not justifying it. Was dumb. It's not cool. You know, got my dumb ass locked up. So I go through the whole process of being locked up in Philly. I sit out there for quite a while. But in the meantime, I got warrants here in Virginia. So they won't, regardless of what's going on, Virginia's what's classified as a FOJ, fugitive of justice. I'm wanted in another state. So with me being locked up there and me having warrants here in Virginia, if I could bond out on the robbery charges, I still can't get out because of the FOJ charge I had, being one in another state, right? They have a certain amount of time. With the FOJ charge, if you fight the charges, they got 90 days to come get you. If you waive, you know, don't fight it, they got 30 days to come get you. Or somewhere along the line, and this was on this one, because there's several times I've been locked up in Philly and had charges here in VA. On this situation in particular, they fell outside of their timeline to get their warrants, to come get me. So when I was done with my time in Philly, I was released. Happy as hell, you know what I mean? I head back to you know, out southwest. Kick it out there a couple days. Post up with my homeboys and them. My family back in VA misses me. So, you know, I tell my mom, yeah, I'm going to come back to VA, check in with y'all, work a little bit, put some money in my pocket, and then I'll probably bounce back up top to Philly, right? That's exactly what I do. I get home, I'm thinking everybody's going to be happy to see me, right? I go right to where I know everybody's going to be, where everybody's always at, where everybody's posted up, where everybody's drinking, 40s all day and smoking big blunts and popping pills. I go right back to the kick it spot. I walk up and I see the look on certain individuals' faces. Some dudes like immediately run up and, what up, bro? Dap me up, pound me up. Big hugs, man, we glad you back, we glad you back. I'm like, that's what it is when I'm back. The girls and the females out there, they all, oh, Jay's back. They run up and hug me and whatnot. And then there's certain dudes that, like, they mosey their way over, like, dap me up. I can see it in their eyes. I can smell the venom on their breath. I know these dudes pretend to like me, but they really don't. With me in jail, it takes the competition out of the equation. These girls that they might have been able to holler at while I was gone ain't gonna be interested in them no more because I'm back. The little, dudes they was able to rip off selling drugs, shorting them a gram here, half gram there. They not gonna deal with them no more. They gonna come to me because they know that I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with them. I'm gonna give them everything they pay for. They know that I dress a certain way. At the time, I kept jewelry on me. I kept a car. So it's like they was winning when I wasn't gone. What they didn't realize is that when I was there, they was winning as well. Because if I had something, I broke bread with everybody. There's times I've come through with a new gold watch on and a new bracelet and a new chain. And be chilling with my homeboys and be like, hey, go ahead, take this, man. Unclip the bracelet, like, that's yours, keep that. Just showing love. There's times I would, get the sack and just break stuff off for people. Here, don't even worry about that, keep that. Pull money out my pocket, here you go, keep that. Dudes act like they appreciate it. In reality, they were bitter that I was able to do this, and they weren't. These dudes are all still sleeping on their mama's couches, sleeping wherever they could sleep at. And I'm known to have a spot. I'm known to have an apartment or a house, And shortly after that, I had one of the hottest apartments you could have. I was off Monument Avenue, overlooking historical Richmond, with a 25-foot long balcony. I just walk out of my balcony, smell the fresh air, and watch people jog down the streets with their dogs. I was doing that at a young age. Dudes didn't like it. I've only been back now in VA, at this point, 3 days. I'm at my aunt's house, and my Uncle Junior, shout out to Junior, shout out to Marie. My Uncle Junior turned me on when I was little to the construction trade. And he was the foreman for the paint company. I had painted for him in the past. That was one of my first real jobs, like real construction jobs. So when I come back, I go to live with, my aunt and uncle for a couple weeks. I'll get on my feet. I'll get my own place. Just give me, 30 days, I'll be up out of here. I'm not back a total of, I want to say it's maybe like 3 days, man. Every day I'm kicking it with my homeboys and them. I get back in town that Friday. That Monday morning, I'm supposed to get up, go to work, and start working, right? All throughout the weekend, I post up with everybody. I get back to my money, back on my grind. I ain't even started work yet, but I've been doing what I do, and I've already got a pocket full of money. So I'm coming through showing love. Bringing whole entire little stores up our way. They'd sell us beer because they didn't want to steal the beer. So they would sell it to us, even being under 21. So I would show up with dudes was at, bring whole boxes of 40s. I'm not bringing 2 or 3 40s in a bag just for me. I tell the people in the store, hey, let me get a box of 40s, man. What you mean a box? Like you got one of the big brown boxes in the back? Fill that up with 40s, man, and ring it up. And I go through it and sit the box down, come through with a bunch of blunts, and we would just sit and smoke and drink all day. We run out of 40s, we'll go get some more. I'm thinking everything is good, right? I'm back. Meanwhile, I still got these warrants in Virginia. That Monday rolls around. I come home a little early that Sunday night so I can get some rest. That Monday rolls around, and it's first thing in the morning. One of the vans has already pulled out the driveway and is headed to the job site. The other van's not leaving for like another 20 minutes. I'm sitting on the couch and collecting my thoughts, trying to get my wits about myself. Got my black hoodie on, leaned over and I'm tying my Timbs, lacing, I got work boots at Timbs, lacing my Timbs up and whatnot, sitting on the couch just smoking a cigarette, trying to collect my thoughts first thing in the morning. I ain't been awake for like 5 minutes. I see somebody walk by the window. I look over and I'm like, No big deal. We got workers all out back loading vans. It's probably one of the workers, right? We hear a knock at the door. My aunt's in the kitchen making my uncle some coffee. She's drinking coffee. And it's a dude standing at the door with a black hoodie on. Ask her, is Jay here? And it's early in the morning. He looks like one of my homeboys. He looks like somebody you would see in the streets. You know what I mean? Black jeans, black hoodie, low cut fade. She's like, yeah, he's in. He's like, damn, it's cold out here. She's like, go ahead, step in the house. He steps in the house, and as I'm tying my boots, I look up and we make eye contact. And I said, oh, shit. He reaches in his shirt, pulls out his badge, pulls his gun out, tells me, don't move. Go ahead and get up. I said, all right. I stand up. My aunt's, what's going on? What's going on? I said, it's all right, auntie. Don't worry about it, man. I'll be back. They slide my hands behind my back, cuff me, and walk me through the living room, and I look over at the back door. There's a cop standing there. They take me out the front. There's cops here, cops on the sides. They got the first work van that had already left down the street, pulled. They done searched that, seeing if I was in it. Just like that, I'm off to jail. One of those dudes that I was showing love to, that smiled in my face, that dapped me up when I came home, that pretended they were my homeboys and they were happy to see me back. One of them dudes jumped straight on the phone and called the police and told them where a wanted fugitive was living and where they could find me at. I've always had a good idea of who did it, but it's one of those things where you can't prove it. So what do? I confronted dude about it. Dude was like, man, I ain't got nothing but love for you, bro. Why would I do something like that? Like, hell no. And I'm like, but at the time, there was so many different dudes hating. I couldn't really just, I shouldn't even have went at him with it, but he was my main suspect. Everybody else, no, man, that's crazy. I wasn't in jail long. Somebody came and paid the bail, got me up out of there, and no sooner I got out of there, I gave the money right back to him. Everybody that smiles in your face ain't your friend. Just because people eat with you don't mean they would let you eat with them. Just because y'all get money together don't mean that if the shoe was on the other foot and you wasn't getting money that they would do that for you. I've come to learn that about people. You got to watch those you keep around you. Watch your frenemies. I've got a small tattoo on my back piece that says, Lord, protect me from my friends. I can handle my enemies. It's a true quote. I'm gonna leave y'all a second to think about that. Now, jail is one of those places where ain't really nobody got much, man. No matter what you have, how much commissary you have, and supplies to prison, doesn't matter. At the end of that day, you ain't really got shit. You proud that you got a bunch of soups and chips and sodas and people out here eating filet mignon and shrimp. You proud that you got a pair of all-white Reebok Classics or some all-white Nikes that they allow you to order, and people out here get closets full of shoes. I always understood that none of that stuff really meant anything, but it was mine. Guys are going to hate on you the most when you're in those type of situations. You got guys that'll watch you eat. You don't mess with them. You might not like them. They'll watch you eat. Angry. Mad at you because the world ain't cut you off. Mad at you because when you was out here, you didn't steal from everybody. Your people didn't shun you. Mad at you that you got some type of gift and that you can hustle while you're in there and feed yourself, and they can't even figure out how to come up with a soup without asking somebody for it. You will deal with that a lot. One of my biggest issues I had when it comes to jealousy was that when people get jealous, they try to get you gone. If they can't beat you, they'll defeat you by any means necessary. Now, when I got to the jail back in the thousands, dudes was acting crazy over the phone. When I mean acting crazy, like real stupid behind this phone. You got dudes that'll go out there and call the same girl 600 times. They'll be on that phone for 4 hours straight, blowing up this girl's number. This girl ain't answered once. Everybody that's got somebody locked up has dealt with this. You're like, damn, you called me 15 times, I ain't answer. Why you gonna keep calling? You got some dudes that'll, you got dudes that really need to use the phone. I really need to use the phone. I got people I need to call, things I need to make happen, things I need to put in motion, and you're messing that up right now. I see this as soon as I get in this pod, right? As soon as I get sent to where I'm going to be at. Hey, who got the phone next, man? Oh, I'm going to be on this show in a while. What you mean you going to be on a while? Like, how long? I don't know, bro. And you walk off and you look over, he ain't even talking to nobody. He's just dialing, right? We got to a point where I started looking around at the people around me, and I am by no means the toughest guy in the world. I ain't never going to act like I am. I ain't going to never act like I'm some gangster, guerrilla, killer, but I will fight for what I believe in. I will fight if that's what you want to do. We get to arguing, then we could take it there. I get frustrated with dude one day in the phone situation. I tell him, bro, that's the last time you dialing that number, man. Like, after you dial that number, I need to get the phone up off you. Oh, no, I'm going to do what I do. I said, all right, come on. So we go ahead and go in the cell. As soon as we get in the cell, he wants to talk. Hey, look, man, shut up. We go to fight. I come out. I get on the phone. Everybody else just heard what we had to say, heard what I had to say, seen us go in the cell, seen me come out and get on the phone, seen dude come out, you know what I mean, all beat up. I didn't want to do that to nobody. That's somebody's child, you know what I mean? Somebody once fed that guy a bottle or a nipple and, you know, gave him peas and carrots. I don't want to hurt nobody, man. I really don't. But sometimes all people understand in those type of environments is violence. That's all that you can get through their head, right? Talking ain't gonna get you nowhere. They'll pretend to be the violent one and the one that wants to go there until you put hands on them, and then it's like, oh man, Jay, why you do that to dude, and all this other bullshit that comes with it, right? So now that I've done this, I've made it known, like, this phone is directly in front of my cell. I'm not playing them phone games. Like, the gang's got a phone over there, the gang's got a phone over there, and this is kind of just a scraggler phone. Like, to kill all this confusion and chaos, I'm taking over this phone. My dudes, the dudes I click with need to use the phone. You got people in here that got to call their kids. All you dudes that just want to play with the phone all day, that think y'all just going to dial, or hang up and call back. That's dead. I would even respect the phone line. If there's a bunch of dudes behind me, I'm not going to click 10 times. Click means hang up and call back after you just made a 20-minute phone call. I'm going to always try to be respectful to the next man. Hey, you need a phone? All right, here you go. If don't nobody ask for it, let me get it after you. And even the dude I get to fighting with, I go to and I'm like, hey, if you need to use the phone, let me know. I'll get you in line. But you can't just tie the phone up all day, man. People really got to use the phone. You got people that are trying to make bond, people that don't know what's going on with their lawyers, people that got small children, old parents, like guys that really need to get on this phone, man. This is going for a while, and that was kind of my MO at several different places that I was at, was I used that phone. So I'm going to do what I got to do to use that phone. I'd had a bunch of different fights throughout the years behind that damn jail phone, penitentiary phone. Ain't even my phone, but it's the only way I can reach out to my people, right? This goes on for months and months and months with this phone, right? And I can see that, dudes feel some type of way. The one dude makes a comment and it makes its way back to me. And dude's from up top, New York area. Dude tells dude, man, in New York, wouldn't no white boy ever have a phone. And I pushed up on dude. I said, bro, it ain't got nothing to do with VA or New York. Wherever I'm at, I'm Jay, man. I'm going to act the same up there that I act down here. And one or two things is going to happen. I'm going to win or lose. But I'm still going to be respected, man, because I'm going to do what I got to do, man. I'm not one of these dudes in here that's in here for retail theft or any of that dumb shit y'all got going on. Like, check me out. Everything I ever do, whatever I get locked up for, is always, some real shit, man. It's not no petty shit like y'all be in here for. Like, I wasn't on the streets letting nobody take nothing from me, bully me around, or tell me what to do or what I wouldn't do. I'm not going to do it in here, right? Dude gets a little rah-rah with his mouth. So, of course, I'm going to do what I know we should do. I mean, you might beat me. Who knows? We're going to find out. I'm not saying I can beat everybody. I'm not saying I can beat dude, but we got to find out. And even if I don't beat you, now we have an understanding. And at least you know that I'm going to fight behind what I believe in, right? I see dude and he's up front one day and there's a female guard and she is by no means pretty. She is by no means sweet. She is by no means nice. Nobody really talks to her. You're not supposed to talk to the police to begin with. But I'm on the phone and I'm talking and I'm sitting there and dude is talking to the guard and I see he keeps looking over at me. I'm like, the fuck does this dude keep looking at me? And I tell my people, I'm like, yo, it might be some problems. They're like, what's up? I said, nah, man, dude's up there talking to the guard and keeps cutting his eyes at me, so I feel like he's talking about me. Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, look, I'm gonna call you back, all right? I'm gonna get all this phone. Who need the phone next? I get a phone up. I go to my cell at the time. My cell, I told you, is right in front of the phone. I got my shower slides on. I slide up in the cell, put my shoes on, thinking, all right, dude's really ready to catch wreck this go around, right? Like he ain't just gonna talk no more. He's ready to fight, or he's up there telling on me. I don't know what's going on. I make my way from underneath the staircase and towards where he's at. Now he's done walked off from the guard and is headed across the pod to his cell. And I see him leave the desk and go that way. So I go that way. I follow behind him. I'm heading to his cell when I hear the pod door open. I look over. Here walks in two COs. Williams. They yell my name. I look over. Come here. So I go over there. What's going on? Step outside. Step outside into the hallway. Let us talk to you. I'm like, all right. Step out in the hallway. What's the problem? What's up with you bullying people over the phone? So I ain't bullied nobody over no phone. What are you talking about? What's up with you and old boy getting to fighting, a couple months back over the phone? I said, man, I don't know what you're talking about. They said, well, you need to go ahead and go in your cell and pack your stuff up so we can take you up out of here and move you to another part of jail. Move me for what? Why are you moving me? Somebody went to one of the guards and says they fear for their life and that you're in here threatening people and they don't feel safe with you in here. This ain't the first person that's gone to the guards or dropped a slip concerning you in this phone situation. Like, dudes are saying you're getting aggressive, you get to fight behind it. And I said, man, I ain't getting aggressive, man. I ain't getting to fight behind nothing. I don't know what y'all talking about. Go ahead and pack your stuff up. Just like that, they packed all my stuff up. I packed my stuff up, put it on the cart, and they wheeled me down the hallway, past master control, and into another pod and put me in a new cell with a new dude, right? Same thing happened over there, man. These guys will literally play you and they want to play games. But the moment you stand up for yourself or show them you ain't soft or you're not like everybody else in here that y'all can just run down on and bully and do this and that, they will get you gone. Them dudes had the same opportunities to do what I was doing. All you had to do was stand up for yourself. If you wanted to call your people, and no, not everybody's going to fight. But you don't go about eliminating somebody by going to the people and telling on them. Why they do that at? You were supposed to be this tough guy. You wouldn't fight. You didn't really want to go back and forth. Like you said what you said, and then when it almost went there, now you go to the people and tell the people on me. I ain't never see dude again. I don't know who the other guys were. I got a good idea that the guy I got to fight with was most likely one of the guys. But that's what it is, man. I've told y'all. When people get jealous or you move in a manner that they can't move, they're going to do what they got to do to eliminate you when they can't defeat you. Now, with it being Friday, I'm not going to make this video as long as I usually would. Y'all know it's Friday. Payday. Got to get the payroll done, get the guys taken care of, put money in their pockets, put money back in my pocket. All part of running a business and doing what you should be doing once you finally get it all together. Some of y'all got it right from the gate and went on to live good lives. Some of us, such as myself, didn't catch on until later in life. I'm just glad to be here, man. I'm glad to have caught on, You would think that after the first story, I would have learned about the importance of not, putting myself around a lot of people. But it took me many years to understand that everybody ain't your friend, man. Just because somebody says they love you don't mean they love you. Just because somebody smiles don't mean they happy. Somebody daps you up or shakes your hand doesn't mean you should necessarily be dapping that person up or shaking their hands. Watch those around you. There's always telltale signs of the ones that really aren't happy for you. I'm happy for anybody watching that's making a change in their life, a change in the world, any of that in general, man. Be your best self. Avoid all that other shit. Like I told y'all, the trolls, man, I'm not stressing the trolls. Y'all don't pay my bills. Y'all don't feed my kids. And at the end of the day, it's my name coming out your mouth. Understand that. Focused on me. Talking about me. And the fact of the matter is, for the ones doing that, 99% of y'all, if you had the opportunity, or you knew something, or you had something, you would tell on me. Try to get me gone. And that's for y'all that's in the comment section. It's not aimed at nobody else. I don't have no beef out here in the world with nobody. Anybody I talk to on the phone or in day-to-day life, it's all love because I'm a good dude, man. I don't have no issues with nobody. But, you know, dudes like to jump in the comment sections and say stuff at times. Man, I don't care nothing about that. Just remember, I didn't ask you to watch my videos. I didn't ask you to subscribe. I didn't ask you to get butthurt. I didn't ask you to be an envious or jealous person. If you want to do what I'm doing, go do it. I'm not standing in your way. Never will. I'm actually one of them dudes that if I can help you in any way grow in a positive fashion, I will. I won't help anybody destroy themselves. I've had to fire many guys over the years because I've seen them doing things that not only could take me down, the guys around me that work hard every day, but I've seen them taking themselves down. I try to reach out and help before it gets to that point, but usually by that point, they're too far gone, man. Empower yourself. Apply yourself to something. Don't worry about what the next man thinks. Watch those you keep around you. Watch the things you do. And if you want more, go get more, man. There's always going to be haters. You know, I heard this dude say, you got to have haters because it gives you somebody to stand above and look down at. You got to have, you know, the good and the bad. It can't all be good. It's going to be bad too. And if ain't nobody hating, you ain't doing nothing right. That's just the bottom line. But like I said, watch those you keep around you. But anyway, man, you already know these prisons, detention centers, jails, these streets. It's just a crazy world inside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep you entertained. Are y'all not entertained? And this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. To all my real ones and the awesome real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Y'all know how we do. Salute.